Hey, it's Nick with B&H. We are here in a studio space in New York City right now testing out the brand spanking new 50mm f1.4 NIKKOR lens for Nikon cameras. Now, this lens comes out just after the 35mm f1.4 that came out, and so together these two kind of are a new pair of affordable yet still very fast prime lenses that Nikon has made for the Z-mount ecosystem. Now, if you're familiar with Nikon cameras, you're probably aware this is not the first 50mm prime that they have made for the Z-mount, and we will compare this to kind of the other ones that have come out previously. But to kind of talk about this lens on its own merits, as its namesake implies, this is an f1.4 lens, and 50mm, if you are new to photography, let's say maybe you only have a kit lens, 50mm is a really great sort of first prime lens to get because it's very flexible in that you can use it for portraiture, you can use it for street photography, just kind of everyday snapshots. You get a lot of flexibility with this. We've actually mostly been testing it with portraits so far, but we're about to take it outside for some street photography. So hopefully I can be slideshowing that here, let's say. But the other nice thing about this lens is that you're getting that f1.4 aperture, and that's going to mostly help you with two things. One is low light shooting. So whether you're using this lens for photography or for video, that's going to be extremely helpful. We actually did a brief little video test in kind of a high contrasty area where we were going from dark to light, and it performed very well in that. But also, it's very helpful for achieving really smooth bokeh. So if you're taking portraits and you really want that smooth, blurry background, an f1.4 aperture is going to let you do that. And once again, getting that in a lens that is this compact, lightweight, and affordable is actually pretty impressive. And on that note, it's a small lens. It only weighs 420 grams, and it maintains a very low profile, so it's very, very easy to shoot with. On the note of the lens itself, actually, Nikon keeps it very simple. You have got your focusing ring up here and your control ring here, which you can customize, and that's basically it. I should note there's no stabilization on the lens itself, but with the camera body itself, in this case I'm using the Z6 III, the vibration reduction is so good and 50mm is just wide enough that we haven't really noticed any issues with stabilizing our footage so far during the shoot. One other thing that's been very helpful with the portraits we've taken so far has been the minimum focusing distance on this lens. It's just 0.37 meters, so you can get pretty close to your subject and still keep your image in focus, which is very, very nice. Now, finally, I was mentioning that this is not the first 50mm prime lens Nikon has made for Z-mount. You also have their f1.2 50mm and their f1.8 50mm. And so for those two lenses, the main differences between those and this is that those are both S-series lenses, which Nikon sort of designates as their best performing, superior quality glass. That mainly means you're gonna get better overall sharpness, but especially on the edges of the image. And even in Nikon's own MTF charts they provided for this 50mm, that was visibly the case. But it's important to keep in mind the advantages you're getting with this. The fact that this lens is more compact than both of those lenses. Even the f1.8 S lens, that one is a little bit bigger and a little bit more expensive. And the f1.2, while that is the most highest quality, superior quality 50mm lens you can get in the Nikon ecosystem, it's about 4 times the cost as just this lens by itself. So that is a very long-winded way of saying that Nikon pretty much has you covered at every price point and feature set for whatever you're looking for in your 50mm prime lens. But that's a very quick look at Nikon's new 50mm f1.4 lens. I've had a lot of fun shooting with this so far, and we actually are going to play with it outside a little bit more right after this. Now, as for when you can get your hands on this lens, it should be shipping later this month in September, but check out B&H's website for the latest on when that will be happening. And also, while you're here, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're always talking about the newest Nikon lenses and camera bodies and so much more, so check it out right there. But in the meantime, I'm Nick with B&H. Stay creative.